guys, how are you all? Welcome back to the class, students, and today we are going to start a new topic in the geometry chapter, and as you can see on your screen it is circles. So let us discuss and let us study about circles today. So what are circles? And as you already see many of the circular objects around you, like sun, the coin means the money which is in the paisa form, the cake which you cut on your birthday are mostly in the circular form. Many of the fruits are circular shape. The buttons which are tucked on your shirt or the t-shirts, they are also circular. And the ball which most of you use. And there are many more other subjects or other objects which you see which are actually in a circular format. So today we will discuss about circles and different topics, or you can say the different parts of the circle. So let us see what are the teaching points today we are going to study. First is the circle. Then we will study about the parts of a circle, which are center, circumference, radius, diameter, chord, arc, semicircle. And also we will study about the relation between diameter and radius. So let us start today's class one by one. So very first, what is a circle? So we will discuss about what is a circle. The word circle comes from the Latin word circulus, which means disc. So this was a word, this is the discovery of this word, how it is being discovered, and this is a Latin word circulus. This is being formed by a Latin word circulus. A circle is a set of points in a plane that are equidistant from a given fixed point. The fixed point is called the center of the circle, and the circle has an interior as well as exterior region. So as you can see a circle here, so the portion which is inside this circle is called the interior portion, and the portion which is outside this circle, the portion outside this circle, you can see many portions, that this is called exterior region of a circle. So this is what a circle is. So moving forward with the next part, and next we will study about different parts of a circle. So what are the different parts of the circle? And very first is our center. So a circle cannot be made without a center. So the point at which we place the needle end of a compass and move the pencil around it is called the center of the circle. So here you can see there is a circle, and what is the center of the circle? You can see a black dot at the center, and this is called center of the circle. So this is the fixed point which do not move. So we fix this point, and through this point only, with the help of compass, when we draw a circle, then the fixed point is called center of the circle. The next part of the circle is circumference. After center, what is circumference? So as you can see in the picture, we have the circumference, and here comes the definition. The length of the boundary of the circle is called circumference of the circle. So the total length of the outer boundary of a circle. So this is the outer boundary, and this is called circumference. Also we can say that circumference is the perimeter of the circle. So if it is being said that find the perimeter, that means you have to find its circumference, the length of its circumference. Next is our radius. So this is the third part, radius. And what is radius of a circle? So the line segment joining the center to any point on the circle is called its radius. As you can see here, there is a fixed point. The fixed point is called center. So the line joining the center with the surface of the circle, or you can say any point on the circle, that is called radius. Also, infinite number of radius can be drawn in a circle, and all the radii of a circle are equal in length. Yes, students, as many as infinite number of radius you can draw in a circle, and all the radii, the length of each radius is equal, is always equal. The next part is our diameter. The next part of the circle is diameter. As you can see here, diameter is the line which is drawn from one end to the another end of the circle passing through the center. So a diameter of a circle is a line segment that joins any 2 points on the circle and passes through its center. This is the most necessary condition, that the line should pass through center, students. Just like radius, we have infinite number of diameters in a circle and they all are equal in length. As usual, just like radius, we have infinite number of diameter also, and length of all the diameters are always equal for a particular circle. After diameter, next comes is our chord. So let's see what is a chord. So here once again, chord is a line which is joining the opposite ends, the 2 points on the circle. But how it is different from diameter? Let's see. So a line segment that joins any 2 points on the circle is called chord. But how it is different from diameter? In diameter, it was the line segment that joins any 2 points and passes through the center. But if the line is not passing through the center but joining the 2 ends or 2 points on the circle, then it is called chord. Just like diameter and radius, we can draw infinite number of chords in a circle. At the same time, a very important point to be noted is diameter is the longest chord of a circle. So diameter is always the longest chord of any circle. After chord, next is our arc. So let's see what is an arc. Oh wow, you can see a curve here. So arc of a circle is a part of circle that is included between two distinct points of the circle. So the actual portion of the circle which is included between 2 points. If suppose this is point A and this is point B. So this is the curved portion between these 2 points and this is called arc. So here in arc, the arc is always divided into 2 portions. One is called the minor arc and second is the major arc. Minor, which is small, major, which is large. So when the portion of the arc which is smaller in size, that is called minor arc, and the portion of the arc which is bigger in size, as you can see the dotted green line. So this is bigger in size, so that is why this is called major arc. Whereas this black portion, the black coated portion is the smaller one, so it is called minor arc. Understood, students? Now moving forward with the next topic, and that is our semicircle. So let us discuss what is semicircle. So here you can see it is half of a circle. So what is the circle and how we get a semicircle, sorry. So semicircle is the portion when we divide a circle into 2 halves. So suppose something which is circular in shape, and if you cut it into 2 equal halves, then the result which you get here is a semicircle. So hence the diameter of a circle divides it into 2 equal halves and each half is called semicircle. This is the definition of a circle. When we divide a circle through its diameter, then the result which we get, the resultant shape which we get is a semicircle. Next is our concentric circles. This is a very important and very logical one, which you see everywhere around you. So as you can see here, there are multiple circles, colorful circles drawn in front of you, and they all are equidistant from each other. You can see they all are equidistant from each other. And also a real life example, when you cut an onion from its center, means when you cut an onion from its into 2 halves, then the rings which you get here, these are the best example of concentric circles. So here comes our definition. When 2 or more circles in the same plane are called concentric circles if they have same center. So many of the circles, if all the circles have a common center, they have a same center, then they are called concentric circles. Clear, students? You can find many more things which are concentric, which are best example of concentric circles. Now comes is our last topic of today's teaching, and that is the relation between radius and diameter. So what is the relation between, how they are correlated? Let's see here. So as you know that the radius is actually the distance from the center to any point of the circle, whereas diameter is the distance from one point to another point on the circle passing through the center. So here you can see that we are getting two radius here. One is in the red colored shaded portion and another one is the yellow shaded portion. Now these two radius, when joined together, they form the diameter of the circle. So from here, radius is actually half of the diameter. So we denote radius by small r and diameter by small d. So from here, radius is equals to half of the diameter, or you can say r is equals to d upon 2. Along with this, we can also write the same relation in terms of diameter. And how we write? Diameter is equals to twice of the radius. That means double the radius. So when you multiply the radius given to you by 2, you will get the value of diameter. Along with this, there is one more term which is called circumference. So circumference is the boundary, or you can say the total length of the outer boundary of a circle. So the formula for circumference is equals to C is equals to 2 pi r, or you can say circumference is also equals to pi into d. Here the value of pi is fixed and the value of pi is considered as 3.14 or 22 upon 7. So if you are known about radius or diameter, then you can easily find out the other terms. Like if radius is given to you or known to us, then we can find diameter and we can also find circumference. Similarly, if diameter is given to us, then we can easily find its radius and also the circumference. Clear, students? So this is all about today's study, and we have studied about circles, the different parts of the circles, center, diameter, radius, and chord, arc, concentric circles, semicircles, many other. So I hope this all is clear to all of you. Please understand this concept because this is the base of geometry. And that's all for today's lesson, students. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care.